I feel that a problem solver will always play an important and a pivotal role when it comes to a collaborative activity. A problem solver generally is a very proactive person because he or she is always thinking about it, has that understanding of that particular root, can go into the root cause of the problem, and can easily associate others or bring others to consider a wide range of solutions before actually deciding what they want to how they want to go ahead with, or what sort of what step they should take it forward. So I feel that's what problem solving is all about.
Welcome to the Learning Circle, the ultimate video podcast for educators and parents who want to unleash the full potential of children. Join us as we explore the fascinating world of learning with the help of thought leaders who will share their knowledge and stories with us. This is your host Kavleen Kaur, and I'm excited to take you on this journey. Get ready to be inspired, informed, and entertained. Next question is, we have discussed problem solving skills in the schools being imparted by the teachers. But given the importance of these skills, do you think that the parents can also play a role in helping their child develop these skills as a continuation to what the child has been learning in schools?
Yes, see again, I'll go back to the same point which I started with, is that the objective of a school is to prepare a child for life. So, and parents are equal partner to that. Right. So it's very important that we create a learning culture in school as well as at home. So if we can create a similar sort of learning culture within the school and at home, then what happens is that the student will be able to connect much better. What I mean to say is, if the parents are also doing in terms of skills, if the parents are also doing the same as what is been done in school, then the child will be able to have a similar sort of thing. So there's no civil war within them. At home and something else is happening. Like for example, if a child says that मुझे आज नया dress चाहिए, and the parents said नहीं मिलेगा.
Okay. Happens quite often.
Quite often. So then what happens? The child will start throwing tantrum. Correct? Throwing tantrum, will not have dinner. Then the next day, mother will go and buy it and give it to the child.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, why can't we have a very similar sort of an learning experience that is there, right, in school as in child? I'll tell you the same example. Let me just share. Before that, let me tell you, in our school, what we are doing, it's a good practice. That's why I'm sharing. It's not I'm trying to promote. It's just a good practice that I'm sharing with this. We have this Mom, Dad, and Me program in the lower classes, so pre-primary and standard 1 and 2. What we do is we share whatever we are doing in the school. We, for the next 15 days, we share the same thing. And we also, suppose there's some activity, hands-on activity, something we are doing, we train the mothers also. Mothers as well as fathers, if their fathers are interested, they also come. So it's a full-fledged workshop for them, a Saturday workshop. Okay, second Saturday we call them, it's a holiday for them. So they come, it's a 2-3 hours program where they also learn how to do it. And this is what we are going to do in the next 15 days. So the parents know very clearly for the next 15 days, these are the skills that the school is going to work. And parallelly, those skills can be practiced at home. Correct. Nice. So I am taking one of the clues from that program, and I'm just giving you an example based on this. Now, as I was telling you, the child throws tantrum ki mujhe ye chahiye, wo chahiye, irrespective of the fact that whether the parents have, sometimes they might have some financial crunch, but still they see to it that that particular thing, whatever the child is demanding, comes. Right? Let's throw the ball on their court. Okay, theek hai, chalo, next month, I will give you the entire money that mother is getting to, manage the house. And you have to create the budget for everything, to pay your driver, to pay the telephone bill, to pay, your internet bill, to pay for milk, for vegetables that comes in. For everything you have to plan, and then you have to see that how it works. We have actually tried. And the result that has come is really fantastic. They have started realizing, when they started working on this, ki acha doodh wale ko itna diya hai, ye they write. So they maintain a complete diary about it, from it. Ki this fellow has gone, oh my God, I have only 1,000 rupees left. What should I do? And the parents have said that, okay, in this manner only you have to manage. You cannot ask for anything extra. You need help, we can help you. But you can't ask for anything extra more than that. And then sometimes they are happy that they have saved. Maybe at the end of the month, they might have saved some 2-3,000 rupees. They are happy that, Arey, itna to bach gaya hamara. What I'm saying is, they are actually implementing all the skills that they have picked up. And these are all imbibed in us. I personally feel that all of that is imbibed in us. It is only sleeping. We have to make them awake. These skills, we just have to activate them.
Yes.
We just activate them automatically. It'll start working by itself, because they're all imbibed. As a human being, it is there. You talk about spatial skills. You see, there are many people who might have never gone to school. That doesn't mean that they have never developed the skills. Isn't it? You look at a farmer. Nobody can be better in terms of spatial skill than a farmer. He knows exactly what should be the distance between one seedling to the other seedling, right? A driver who is driving, he might not have gone to school, but he is a perfect, he knows that where to apply the brake, what sort of speed I should maintain in a particular place, what sort of jugglery I need to do to cut across a car or overtake a car. They are all in. So don't you think all these skills are working in them? Then only it is possible. They can't be like horse.
Right.
It is only the fact is to instigate that particular thing that we can try in our school. That yes, I realize that I know about it. And if at home also, if that is done, then nothing can be better than that. And this is a small example which I told you, like preparing your own budget. Of your own house. Like, I'll tell you one very interesting incident. A parent of mine had come. The child is studying in 7th standard. He's very good technologically. He's very good. He makes apps and all that. Right, wonderful, very good, and he's patented some of them also. So now what he has done is he went and told his mother. Mother was worried. She came and told me that both parents came to me and they are saying that he is saying, now I don't want to study. I will do this only. I will be a YouTuber and I will work on this. So then I called him and I asked him that, how much do you think the YouTuber is paying? I've been paid. He's saying 30,000. Yeah, I'm getting easily. I will get 30,000. I said, very good. I said, okay, you sit down. Today, his father was very much there. I said, today you go home and sit with your parents and make a list of what are the expenditures that your parents have only for you. Forget about others. Your food, your fees, the things that you have to buy, all of that, and your internet connection and all that, you make a list and see whether you will be able to manage in 30,000 for a month or not.
Yeah.
That aspect of realization is also very, very important for us. And the parents went home and did the same and made him realize. So that is very, very important for us, making one realize that I have it and how it is going to help me. These are all tools. These skills are all tools for me. These are tools of life where I will be able to use them effectively. Some of them, for some of us, and the same tools we use, whereas some of us become master chefs and some of us become just ghar pe thoda bahut khana banana, chai banana.
Right.
But the same tools both of us use. So what I'm trying to say is, this aspect is very important, that at home also, if the parents can create a similar sort of an environment as far as skill sets are concerned, do activities very similar to that. Like, for example, thinking skills. Like, you will see a child of 2.5 years to, maybe 8, 9, 10, he'll ask n number of questions. Why that, what that, how that, all that. Because his brain developments require all of this. You must be knowing, ma'am, like 2.5 to 7 years where the brain actually develops. Man is most intelligent at that point of time.
And most curious too.
Because of that only curious. Because the wires have to connect, right?
Yeah.
So that is why the curiosity is there. Wires that fire together, they are wired together.
Yeah.
If they don't fire, they don't wire.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. So that curiosity is because of that. A small child who is born, if you give him a ball, he will lick it, he will taste it and see, he will break it and see, he will see that what is its shape, he will see whether it is hot or cold. What he is doing is experimenting on that.
Right.
What a scientist might be doing in his or her lab. So what I'm saying is, these are all inbuilt generally. Now what happens is, when suppose somebody is going, so a child says, "Acha, ye kaise ban gaya? Ye kya hua?" To a certain extent, the mother will answer. Then she'll say, "Keep quiet now.
Yeah.
Don't disturb me.
Yeah.
Keep quiet for 2 seconds." Andar apne. I recently, I'll tell you that we had been to a restaurant for dinner, and there was the other side. There was a family sitting, and there were two kids. One was an elder one. He was busy with his phone. The other one went on asking questions to the mother. Why this, why that, why color, why move, all that. And then his mother said, "Okay, now keep quiet and count up to 50. Just keep quiet and count. Oh, 50. Ho gaya, 50 ho gaya." Again, he started with why. Again, his mother said, "Keep quiet and count." So what I'm saying is, this keep quiet business doesn't help.
Right.
To take him forward. So that sense of inquisitiveness will only come when we sow a seed of inquisitiveness in them. So that seed has to be sown both in the school as well as in at home also. So that is why it's very important that we have a similar sort of an environ as far as skill sets development is concerned. It should happen in school as well as at home.
So there should be a collaborative approach between the school and the parents, so that there is continuation of learning of all these skills, which like you said, the child is already curious. The school and especially the home, at home, the parents have to ensure that curiosity is not suppressed,
Absolutely.
that is further
Absolutely.
enhanced. So thanks for sharing that, sir. And now coming to our last question, we have had a very insightful discussion. Coming to our end of the conversation, what advice you would give to the students?
Very important.
Yes, they
Yes.
are the stars of all our programs and approaches and conversations. So what are the takeaways for the student and your valuable advice for them?
Yes, as previously as we were discussing and I was sharing this with you, what my experience, what I'm seeing for the last 15, 20 years, the students who are passing out from 10th standard or graduating for 10 from 10th or 12th, from 12th when they are going for the UG courses, I find the students confused more, they are more product driven rather than process driven. Their love for learning is less, and they are studying just because so that they can get something out of that. And it's more like an undigested lump of information within them, and the appetite of learning almost dead. The information that they might have had. You saying something?
Yes, sir. I think while you are mentioning that is a very valid point, but I would also like you to throw some light on, do we educators and parents also have a role in bringing the focus of children away from learning and towards results? Right.
It's not only parents and teachers, it is the community at large which is doing this.
Yeah.
Why are they like that? Kids are not like that because they wanted to be like that. It's the community it's the society which has made them like that. Right. So I need to look at the content, like if I have to study 37 chapters in social science, 25 chapters in science, like look at the quantum of content that I need to put in my, and then finally put it across to my pen and paper. Now what do you expect me to do? I will just try to mug this up and just write it and forget about it. I can guarantee you, after the examination, after 15 days or 10 days of examination, you try and test those kids once again. I'm sure they will score 20-30% less than what they have scored in. It's all because of that. Because they are not studying for the love of learning. They're learning for the scores. And maximum of us have become, or almost all of us have become Markswadis. Right? We are only worried about marks. That what is he going to score? What is he going to get in? So the child is also worried about the marks that he's scoring rather than the learning continuum that he's passing through. So when until and unless we do not develop this love for learning, until and unless learning just becomes a process and it ends up at a product which is a marks, and that marks will lead you to somewhere else, until unless this chain doesn't break, I don't think we will be able to make a difference here. Right from the day 1 to day 2, isko yaad kar lo, ye important hai exam mein. That exam centric association, until unless that doesn't go, we will not be able to make this change. So it'll not be right if I only blame the parents or the teachers, or it is the society at large. Right? If you look at the entire process, the entire thing has happened. It is but natural that we fall into this trap. So that is very important. And those students, it's not that all of us have gone. Those students have actually loved their learning. They are the ones who have really done well in life. And they are the ones who have actually taken it up, and as we say that lifelong learners, they are the ones who have actually become lifelong learners. And this part is very, very important for us somewhere. And that's what NEP 2020 is talking about: break the silos. It's so important for us, right? Let us do it. Let learning come from all directions. Let us have a project, which NEP 2020 says that let us have a project, a Saturday project, which I can do keeping all the knowledge of all subjects, whatever subjects I've studied, whether it's English or maths or whatever, or science or social science. I bring in all of the knowledge, all of the skills, and create a project. That can be my Saturday project. So Monday to Friday, whatever I said. So there is nothing called a maths project or a science project, something like that. So we are talking about integration. So until and unless we do not bring in, we are talking about, how do we bring in music into our classroom? How do we bring in sports into our classroom? How do we bring in dance into our classroom? So art integration, that NEP 2020 talks about. How do we experience what we are learning? Right? When we experience what we are learning, then only we will be able to apply.
Right.
And I should know what I am learning and why am I learning this. This question students have, but they somewhere as teachers we are failing to tell them. Like suppose if I say that a 6th standard or 7th standard student, when algebra is introduced, why we should study algebra? Don't you think the children should know the objective? When they know the objective, then it becomes easier for them to study.
Right.
Isn't it? So that is why I personally feel that this aspect is very important. So that is why, in fact, I personally feel it's very important that we tell our students, love your learning. Don't worry about your, the marks that you are scoring. What is important? Be reflective in your learning. Okay. Yes, learning comes with struggle. You cannot learn without struggling. That is for sure. Okay. That struggle you have to do, but every pain is not bad. Some pains are also good. So this learning pain that you're going to have is for the good, right? Is for the good. So that is why it's important that you understand the learning will have its own ups and downs, but you have to be involved in it. So I would request all the students who are listening to me to be more involved, be present in the situation, be reflective as a learner. And the most important thing, enjoy learning without any fear of marks. Doesn't matter if you are just a 60% or a 50%, doesn't matter. But if you have understood your concepts, yes, you are not able to demonstrate it. You're not able to demonstrate it in writing, but you can demonstrate it in your expression. You can demonstrate it in your project. You are able to demonstrate it in maybe making a model out of it or in some other way. Then stay happy. Doesn't matter, demonstration in writing gives you only 60%. I personally feel that. So I request all the students, most important, enjoy your learning. If you start enjoying your learning, then you will surely be a lifelong learner.
So that would be the best part of our conversation. And the students, I would urge all students to actually follow your advice. This is the best piece of advice. Enjoy your learning, be a lifelong learner, and success would follow.
Yes, of course. Success should not be something that you should follow.
Yes.
Let success follow you.
Yes.